Hello, film fans. Welcome to All the Film Things. I'm your host, Elizabeth. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying this podcast, leave a review or a rating. Also, check out the All the Film Things Instagram for updates and more film things. So this episode is pretty special. One of my closest friends, musician Helena Amador, joins me to talk about music that makes a scene or needle drop moment in a film. I'm still figuring out the title, but in other words, excellent scenes that feature and are elevated by found music. You can find Helena on SoundCloud at Just Helena. She makes really cool mixes and other great music. This is Helena's, I believe, 8th time on the show.
Yeah.
But this is her first guest appearance on the wide release.
Absolutely.
So, I am so excited to welcome Helena. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friend.
I am so happy to be here and just even talking to you too. It's like we kill two birds with one stone. We get work done and we get to have a great time and a good laugh. So thank you for having me.
Of course. I think people are not ready for our conversation.
No way. This is as, I guess we'll say dull or light it's going to be for the rest of the time here. So
this is going to show a different side of me that none of my other friends bring out. So this will be interesting.
Let's go. I'm so ready for it. Let's get it.
Since you are to music, as I am with film, I'm starting you off with a tough question.
All right.
How would you say music can elevate a scene?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it's more, I guess it's kind of more easier to explain. Like, think of one of the best scenes in any movie, anything. If it was just like completely silent, that just would have a completely different impact. Could it maybe make it more like ominous, maybe, you know, suspenseful? Sure. But if it's not a ominous or a suspense film, then you've kind of dropped the ball, I would say. So there's so many like movies, films that have soundtracks that can honestly make or break the film. We'll get into the ins and outs later, but yeah, it's more than important, I think. Just as good as a good dialogue or, you know, good casting, anything like that. Honestly, a soundtrack can really make or break a film.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about some of those directors who have a very interesting way of using music in their films.
Absolutely.
But what was the first music moment in a film that came to mind when preparing for this episode?
Oh my gosh. So the first thing I did obviously was open the notes app and just go crazy. I was like, and every good movie, I was like, okay, because I have another list in my phone of my favorite movies, favorite songs, albums. It was supposed to be just my top 25 favorite, but I think the list is down to like, it's in the 60s now. Yeah, so I opened that immediately and was like, okay, well, 94% of the movies I have on here, I love them because of the soundtrack is just so amazing. So do we just go ahead and get started with the list, or is it just the
I do
one?
have a few more questions before, but I just was wondering if there was like an immediate film that you came to mind.
I mean, here we go. Obviously, I'm going to say Dazed and Confused. That is...
I knew this was going to be your answer.
Yeah, it was the first one that I wrote on my list. And then after that, just like the idea just kept flowing. So won't get too much into it because I will definitely talk much more about it later. But yeah, definitely Dazed and Confused because that soundtrack is no skips. Front to back, no skips. It's great.
What is one song that you became a fan of after hearing it in a film?
Oh, that's God, there's so many. I think one of them is, so it's from Silver Linings Playbook. It's actually, there's no lyrics in the song. It's just strictly instrumental, but there's like multiple tempo changes and almost kind of like there's 3 songs in one. And yeah, it's called Maria by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. And I'll talk about that also a little bit later. But yeah, it's a banger.
Interesting. Okay. Now, we have differentiated between soundtracks and scores. Scores is like a whole other episode. But if this is definitely a song, then that fits in because we have a soundtracks episode that's in the vault. And man, was that a long topic. Yeah. That was a broad topic.
I can see that. I tried I wrote it all down on paper and I was like, okay, maybe I can shorthand some of this because I was already on page like 6 or 7 and I was like, all right.
Oh my God. Wow.
I also write really sloppy and big. So it's not like, you know, fine print or anything.
Oh no, I think that just speaks to how much you love music and how much you are attuned to music.
Gosh, yeah, this Exhibit A, we'll say that.
Is there a song that every time you hear it, you think of a scene, the film that it's from?
Oh my gosh, actually, yes. So it's, again, shocker, Dazed and Confused, but it is it's Dr. John's Right Place, Wrong Time. And every time I hear it, it just brings me back to the first time I watched the movie. And what's happening in this scene is the freshman boy he's drunk for the first time at his at the moon tower party at the outside in the wooded area, and he's just walking around, and the song just kind of fades in. And one of the first and only times I think in the movie where the camera actually has a point of view, way of seeing things instead of how it's been filmed the rest of the movie. And it depicts being beer drunk as a teenager for the first time so well. And that sounds kind of silly, but it brought me back to being oh my God, I'm 17 years old at some bonfire in St. Johns County. So it was, it was really cool to see. And just every time I hear the song, it's a banger, but I think of, being beer drunk at the moon tower every time, I was there. So I would say that one for sure.
I should have known Dazed and Confused would be your answer for that one.
Yeah. I could just turn the pages. I keep staring at Dazed and Confused. I'm oh, here we go. But there's many more, but we'll get into that.
Oh, yes. And before I ask you about some of those scenes, I want to start off by talking about the first film to use found music, because we would not be having this conversation if it were not for this masterpiece of a film called Easy Rider.
Oh my God. I knew it was coming up.
I have to, because it started using popular music in film, which is used now so much. You cannot go far without finding a film that's using a popular song.
Oh, for sure.
Now, Easy Rider, this was 1969. This also catapulted the new Hollywood movement. And this is just one of the many ways that Easy Rider is so important to the film industry and the medium of cinema. Now, I told you we are doing an episode on this soundtrack.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You got to watch the film. So I won't spoil it and I won't talk about it too much.
Okay, but I did take a peek at the soundtrack too. So you can talk about the soundtrack, and I'm noticing Steppenwolf, all the artists that are so for the timepiece, which we also will get into that also later too. But go ahead, because I know you love it.
Yes, it starts off with The Pusher by Steppenwolf in this amazing 2-shot sequence. Well, no, there was only one cut in it. We're following the motorcycle with the money that Peter Fonda's character is stashing in his bike, and then up to him, and then we get this beautiful moment of the camera following his helmet, going up to him. This song is covering 2 shots. That's it. And it's about 3 minutes. And it's beautiful, beautiful. And then, of course, the iconic Born to Be Wild introduction, opening credits scene. Oh, doesn't get any better. They use Wasn't Born to Follow twice in the film. Wasn't Born to Follow was the third song used in the film, and then later used when they're in the lake. And If You Want to Be a Bird, which I cannot listen to without laughing because I just see Jack Nicholson, and he had the funniest moment. There's also Jimi Hendrix. There's also Bob Dylan's song. It is one of the best soundtracks. It is, for me, when I think of what is a song that I became of from listening to a film, it's all the Easy Rider songs.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to start with that as the basis and context, because without that, as I said, we would not be here talking about all these brilliant music and film moments. So.
Absolutely, for sure.
Now, what are some of your music moments that you included on your list?
Oh gosh, okay. We won't start with the obvious first. We'll save that for a little bit.
Okay.
I'll say one film that I just think has an incredible soundtrack is definitely, we'll go with Forrest Gump. I feel like every track in that movie was just gorgeously and strategically placed. And also, I wouldn't say a timepiece, but it's, you watch, Forrest Gump grow up. It starts obviously him as a child, and then obviously he goes on to growing up, going to high school, Vietnam, all these, crazy, insane things that he does. But each song is just incredible. They have, features of the Mamas and the Papas, obviously Bob Dylan, the Doobie Brothers, Jackson Browne, Lynyrd Skynyrd. I mean, the list goes on. And even starting the track with starting the movie with an an Elvis Presley debut. So yeah, that's a great film, great soundtrack.
Is there a scene that comes to mind that makes the scene with one of those songs?
Gosh, there's a few that come to mind, but obviously when they play Freebird, and Jenny's about to, jump off the balcony due to a cocaine psychosis, and like she doesn't. And it just, you kind of, if you've seen the movie, you can't help but hear the first couple of notes of that guitar of that song and be like, oh, this is from Forrest Gump. So yeah, that's one of them. Obviously, let's see what they do. Fortunate Son, whenever he's in Vietnam, that one's good too. Yeah, there's a lot. There's honestly, there's many.
So I have seen your list, and you have a few 80s films on there.
I do. Yes, I do.
Now, as I've told you about my general distaste for American cinema in the 80s.
Yes.
General, please don't come for me.
Yeah, blanket statement, not like, I get what you mean.
I'll give the leeway to 80s films like 1980, 81, because those are more rooted in the 70s anyway. So
exactly.
One reason is for the way they use music. So do you feel the scenes that you're thinking of when putting this list together have the music made to fit the film, or did it enhance the scene?
That's actually a really good question. Definitely The Breakfast Club and then Pretty in Pink are kind of like the main ones that I wrote down here. Okay, they're both John Hughes films. So, and he is a very kind of, if you put all of his movies out, you can right away tell what the plot's pretty much going to be. There's going to be, the antagonist, the protagonist, the damsel in distress girl, the popular girl, the jocks, the cliques, the high school, blah, blah, blah.
Ending with a happy note.
Yes, exactly. And, sometimes they can get a little cheeseball, but I have a soft spot for them because I grew up watching The Breakfast Club. I saw when I was probably like 10 or 11 and changed my life. And I have no idea why. But with The Breakfast Club, I want to say, coming back to your question that you asked, this movie is primarily like dialogue based. The entire film is based in a day of Saturday, like Saturday school. The most scene changes, I guess, is whenever they're like running in the hallway and then just back in the library. There isn't like any, back and forth day and night, week-long process or whatever. So I feel like the music that was chosen is subtle, but it was like a necessary touch to the movie because it's so heavily like dialogue based. So I think that the music that they added, is a lot of kind of, it's 80s as hell, but it's a lot of, the lyrics they're varying. So it's not like a lot of songs that have huge lead ups and like 3 bridges and a chorus and another chorus. And, it's like, there are a lot of just orchestral music. And then if it is, it's very lightly, like that 80s synth bouncy, just like, and then like some weird tagline or something. But they never play like, full on songs, if that makes any sense. But we'll say thanks though to Keith Forsey for doing that because he actually did a really good job with the music in that film. But again, I might be a little bit biased because I just love the film. But
isn't there a scene at the very end with the freeze frame that has music attached to it?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of like the song that goes with the movie, like hand in hand. It's Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me. It's a banger.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And actually, fun fact about that, I read somewhere when I was obsessed with the movie, like on, I don't even know, on a Reddit before Reddit was Reddit, I guess, that Simple Minds did not even write the song, which is, very typical for like 80s pop music, I guess. But another band wrote the song, and I'm going to try to find who it is. We'll go back to that. But I thought the entire time it was their song. It actually was written for, I think, 2 or 3 other bands. And last minute, Simple Minds ended up picking up the song, and then it ended up being in the movie. So a lot of like other bands almost got the chance to have like, a hit song in a hit movie, but didn't quite go through.
Interesting.
Yeah, just weird little fun fact for there.
So before we move on to some of these directors, what are some of the other films that you put on your list?
Okay, we'll start with another movie that has a great soundtrack, I'll say, is Goodfellas. Yeah, I think they do a great job of just kind of setting the scene as it depicts different eras in time. Because again, there's a short while in the beginning where, you watch them growing up from kids to teenagers to adults and then gangsters, Obviously, Tony Bennett's Rags to Riches is perfect, absolutely perfect. But what I do like about this film is that it does a great job of implementing Italian and American Italian artists in songs because obviously, it's an Italian American film.
by Scorsese.
Yes, exactly. So I like how they have a lot of like, let's see if I can pronounce this correctly. Giuseppe Di Stefano. There's a full-blown song, gorgeous song that's in Italian. And then right below that, you have a bunch of 60s bangers by like Bobby Vinton and the Crystals. And then like obviously Unchained Melody by Vito and the Salutations. So there's a lot of like 60s influences, but I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous soundtrack. And watching the movie, I geek out. I have a smile on my face the entire time. It's done so well. A little bit of a nerd on that one. So yeah, that one's a good one.
There's the sequence in the film that is regarded as one of the greatest music in film moments, the Gimme Shelter scene.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure Scorsese used that song several times in his films.
Yeah, I did notice kind of a reoccurring theme of like writing the list of artists or like musicians that are kind of recurrent in a lot of the films that we'll be talking about. And later on, we do talk about directors. You kind of get the vibe, not necessarily the same song, but like even like the same artist, like you said. So I think that's cool.
What is another one of your films on the list?
Let's see. We'll probably just do, oh God. Okay, yeah, we can do, it was so hard to pick one, so I just put blanket statement, just the Rocky movies. Gosh.
Okay, yes.
It's a lot of like primarily orchestral pieces. And I know you're doing a different episode on like scores and things, so I want to make this brief, but I don't know. The pieces that are included in like each of the monumental Rocky films, they do so much to already add to like the very apparent emotion throughout the films. And we'll just do a shout out to Bill Conti there, because being the main composer, he killed it. So yeah, that's all I got to say about those. Those are probably my favorite. I have a few other ones, but these are the ones I just love to talk about. So,
well, those have some of the most iconic music and film moments, because they have the Eye of the Tiger playing throughout Rocky 3, with many incredible scenes attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few in Rocky 4, which is very 80s to me, and that's part of why I asked you the question earlier about 80s films, is if the music is made to fit or to enhance the scene, because in Rocky 4, and listen, I love the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm. No shade, I get it.
No. I used to do marathons like once a month of these Rocky movies. Like, I love these movies, but now that I've become more of a fan of other cinema, 70s, and I can see some faults of the 80s and how they use music.
Yep.
And there's a montage. I believe it's There's No Easy Way Out. I don't know the name of the artist.
Honestly, I know exactly what you're talking about. And
it's made like a music video, is it not?
Yes. No, it is. It is. And that's honestly, hey, and as a lover of 80s movies, I understand what you're saying. That kind of like, it's like you kind of look around the room and you're like, are they really doing this right now? Like, it seems almost like inappropriate, like, and like, it's almost funny. Like you said, it looks like a music video, and it's like, this is supposed to be some very serious, it's just the 80s montage thing. Like, there's so many, like, if you've seen an 80s movie, you know what we're talking about when we say 80s montage. Like, it's very like dramatic, a lot of like shadowy scenes. Like, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a music video, a Rick Astley music video.
Even Top Gun, that's another one.
Oh my gosh, yes. No, I agree on that one. Good music in that movie, yes, but like the slow motion walking is like, all right. it's a little try hard, if we can say that. That's
why like music in the 70s and late 60s, well, specifically Easy Rider, because that came out in 1969, and that's the beginning. It didn't feel like a music video. It was just aiding the film. It wasn't, cut to the music. And that was a big difference in the 70s versus 80s. So when you mentioned Rocky, that was the first thing that I was thinking of, because immediately when I think of 80s music in a scene, I think of that montage in that music video in Rocky 4. Yeah,
literally the music video in Rocky 4. It's crazy, because I mean, I know exactly what scene you're talking about. And, I probably wouldn't have come to that thought myself, like watching it. But after you say that, it's 100% agreeable. Like, it's a little cheeseball. And at the time, that was, I guess, the coolest shit ever. But right now, looking back, you're like, ooh. it's like watching like a 60s sci-fi film and then like seeing like the really bad CGI or like claymation that they did. And you're like, ooh, I bet back in the day that looked so sick. But now that we have like green screens and stuff, that looks like ass, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, kind of the similar thing there. It was hot when it was in its time, but now it's just not.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And now that you mentioned Rocky, one of the films I have on my list, because I've been preparing to do a Creed franchise episode.
Okay, cool.
I recently rewatched the first Creed. And have you seen the first Creed?
I have, but it was right whenever it came out. And I want to say, didn't the first Creed come out whenever you and me were sitting together at lunch in high school?
Yes, probably, because it was November 2015.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, that's whenever you and me were sitting like in the hallway, like against like the library for lunch.
Yeah, we didn't want to sit in the lunchroom. We had our own space.
Yeah, we were we were literally doing exactly what we're doing now, but just like eating fries with ketchup.
Yes. Oh, yes, the fries. Yeah. Oh, those are good lunches. Yes, good times. Good times. So for Creed, I'm watching this film and I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot how great the music is in this film, because not only is the soundtrack excellent, but the scenes that use the music, like there's a scene where Creed is, he's approaching the time for his final match. Mm-hmm. And he's running and a bunch of motorcyclists see him and they're asking, are you running to Rocky? Mm-hmm. And he is. And he's running and the song Lord Knows by Meek Mill featuring Tory Lanez is on.
Yep.
And the way it's filmed, like how the music is paced and the build up with this music, it already hypes you up watching him. He's running, the motorcyclists are going, then it becomes slow-mo and very more quiet. Mm-hmm. It picks up again, and then the camera, when he sees Rocky, the camera is doing a complete arc shot, 360-degree arc shot around him, and then the music changes a little bit to more of like a cheering, like crowd type sound, and it is phenomenal. That is so cinematic. I love that scene.
Beautiful. Like that's like one word I can just describe. Just gorgeously done. Like I don't want to stand up and do a round of applause. Like it's just that chef's kiss.
Yes. There's other ones too, like the walkout for Ricky Conlon, his opponent. That was a great. That's in my Creed notes. I don't have it on my list of films that I'm looking at here, but that one was excellent too. I mean, and I could go on with Creed 2 and maybe even Creed 3, but now that you mentioned Rocky, I just wanted to mention that amazing scene.
As you should, because when I was researching the specifics on, which composers did what and, who the musical director pretty much was for the Rocky movies, I saw that the Creed soundtrack was rated almost equally as high as the original Rocky movies. So I just know that, you can't have, like, imagine if Creed had like mid music, that would have just killed, I feel like, the franchise, to be honest with you. Like, they had to match the energy.
Yeah.
We'll close our eyes to Rocky 4, but all the other ones, yes.
Well, Rocky 4 has good music. In general of the Rocky movies, it's Rocky 5 that we can't talk about.
Yeah. Oh.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, that's like the Voldemort of the Rocky franchise.
I do have a Harry Potter moment on this list.
Oh, do you? Oh my gosh, I'm so upset that I did not write that down. So thank you.
Well, there weren't many.
Yeah,
there was only like one scene.
Honorable mention,
Yes.
Yeah.
The score for Harry Potter are amazing, but since we're talking about music, like found music in a film, there is this one moment in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 that was not in the book. You've seen them, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I figured. I know we've talked about this many times, but I lose track of who's seen it because I ask everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those questions you need to know.
Absolutely. That is an important question to ask everyone when you're making friends, anything. Have you seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
In this scene, Ron had just left after a heated argument, and Hermione was feeling really down, and it's a scene that has no dialogue. And they're listening to this radio, and Harry reaches out his hand to dance with Hermione. Mm-hmm. And they have this one moment of lightness amidst this darkness. They're hiding, they're on the run away from getting found by Voldemort and the Death Eaters, and they have this one moment of lightness where they're dancing, and and laughing, but we don't hear that. We just hear the song.
Yeah.
And the song is Oh Children by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And what a beautiful moment, because those who haven't even read the books, I've seen people who I'd watch Harry Potter with, and they'd be like, what's going on? What's happening between Harry and Hermione? And no, it's nothing like that. It's just they're best friends.
Yeah.
And they're having this great, beautiful moment together.
Yeah. I like that you bring that up because, like, a lot of people don't really see the point. Like, you and me in a room of a bunch of other people watching, we probably be like, oh my God, you see what's happening? And everyone's like, what's going on? And we have to be like, damn near mansplain it to them. Like, we're like, no, it's a beautiful, just shut up and listen and just watch. Like, please read between the lines for once in your life. So yeah, no, but I like how you brought that up, because that's, like you said, it's just beautiful. And like, that's how I would picture it, you know, like that's how I would have depicted it if I had to do that. So well done.
Yeah, that's I haven't watched them all the way through in a long minute, and it hurts because they're so good.
We're due for a marathon. That would be so amazing.
Can we please? I need a marathon.
I want to rewatch them too, because last time I rewatched them, I was watching them with my sister, and like, I don't know, fell asleep or something. I woke up, she's like, I'm on the 7th movie. And I'm like, what? I just finished the 4th. So I didn't do like the full marathon.
Oh,
so
no,
needs to happen.
Need a full marathon. I think mental health will be restored if we do.
You know what? We just might be wizards after that.
I've been waiting for my Hogwarts letter this whole time.
Literally, honestly, where's it at? Oh my gosh.
Shall we get into Quentin Tarantino?
Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get into the directors.
All right. So, would you say Tarantino is the king of crafting music moments in a film?
You know, at this moment, I would say yes, because I mean, what I literally wrote, I said that he wouldn't be such a brilliant director if he didn't envision also the music choice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's movies that I feel like I like soundtracks more. But if we're talking about a director and all of the movies and we put them all together and look at it all, it's fabulous. It's great. Like I don't think I've ever watched a Quentin Tarantino movie and like seen a film and been like, oof, what is this song sucks, you know, or something like that. Like that's not something you say when you watch, you know, one of his movies.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would just say Exhibit A, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, classic.
Leo.
Yeah. First of all, round of applause to the man, but
Leo and Brad together.
Who would have thought? Like,
those are my two favorites. I was waiting for this to happen.
I want to say you called it. Like, wait.
I appreciate it. Well, another one that I called Robert Downey Jr. and Christopher Nolan working together. Look what happened on Sunday.
Okay, wait, literally, you are, how do I say this? Like not a magician, but like who's those people with the crystal balls? I can't think of the word right now. A palm reader or something? Damn, never mind.
A psychic?
Yes. Oh my God. A psychic. Why did I geek out on that? I don't know.
Palm reader.
No, but you're like a psychic for film like predictions.
Ooh, I do like that. Voice crack. I do like that.
We're a mess right now. We're reaching the point in the podcast where now we are just having giggles and we're just reminiscing at this point. Oh God. That's amazing. But yeah, you are a palm reader for movies.
Oh man. But yeah, you were talking about great soundtracks. And yeah, Tarantino films have great soundtracks, but the difference is the way he curates them to fit a scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like we can talk about great soundtracks, like the Twilight soundtrack had a great soundtrack.
Sure.
Which I do have the baseball scene on my list.
You know what? Those are good too. Hot take. I never watched them. Like I watched them, but I was never like Team Edward, Team Jacob. Like I didn't understand that. I don't know, too busy reading like books about ghosts at the playground or something. I don't know. But the soundtrack is really good. Like Paramore, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And random fact about the Twilight movie soundtrack is My Chemical Romance, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. They were not told, but they were asked, I guess, to write a song for the Twilight movies. And they were so at the moment against being mainstream and didn't want to like, you know, feel like they had to like sell out or like convert or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they said no, but then continued to write a song called Vampire Money that came out on their fourth album that was pretty much a middle finger to the Twilight movies and just like Hollywood in general. Which is, that's a completely random fun fact that I know about the Twilight movie soundtrack. But yeah, no, it is a good soundtrack though. Very like emo and just perfect. And it's great. Yes. I love it.
There are several of these films I have on here that do have great soundtracks. But since we're talking about music moments in a film, the way that Tarantino, like, I watched this video by Studio Binder on YouTube, and he chooses songs that go against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good way of putting it. I agree.
Yeah. And I think Reservoir Dogs is the perfect example. One of the most famous music and film moments is the stuck in the middle with you scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is a violent moment. Michael Madsen, I believe his name is, he is just dancing, and while he has someone tortured in a chair, and he takes his ear off while dancing and singing along to Stuck in the Middle with You.
Yeah, that song's like, you know, a lively, jovial song. It's like a song you listen to with the windows down in your car, like during summer break. That's not a song that you would, you know, think about having an appendage removed to, you know? So I get what you mean. Like, it's so like contradicting that it's good, but like it's like creepy. So,
but it's crazy how that works.
Yeah, no, it works for sure. It definitely works.
Tarantino just comes up with the greatest songs that just fit in his scenes. And there's even Inglourious Bastards, when Shoshana is getting ready for her revenge, they have Cat People Putting Out the Fire by David Bowie playing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't match the time period, which we will talk about when we get to Baz Luhrmann, because I know you have thoughts on that.
I do.
But that works. It's amazing how it works. And Reservoir Dogs might be, I mean, what's his most famous moment in music? Like, we can't even get through all of them, but Pulp Fiction, you know.
Yep, that's definitely on the list.
With John Travolta and Mia. I almost said Mia Thurman. No, Uma Thurman. Her character's name is Mia. This is probably the most iconic now of them on stage dancing together to You Never Can Tell by Chuck Berry.
Yep. That
is just gold. And I love the behind the scenes video of Tarantino on the side, just dancing along, having the best time doing the choreography.
That's amazing. See, but that just shows like, because I feel like when you think of like a director, not even any in specific, but just like the term director, like you just see this guy in a beret sitting in a hat yelling cut, you know? So like, it's almost refreshing to see directors that are like sweating and like getting like into it. Like they're like on the floor and like you just said, like dancing along, like on the side. They don't care if they look like a fool. They're just setting a good example. It's like being a kid, like at a dance class, like your teacher has to be so enthusiastic that you are like, hell yeah, like I got to do it like that too. And that's what makes a good show. That's what makes a good performance. So yeah, no, I totally agree. It's like a hands-on type of, he's a hands-on director, if we can say that.
Oh yeah. And even it's been known on set, if they do another take, he asks why, and everyone chants, because we love making movies.
Really? I did not know that.
Oh yeah. And he selects the music himself and writes it into the screenplay when he's writing. I just watched this interview of him, how he talked about how it's a very personal process, you know, how he goes through his records and curates the music in certain moments. And I mean, that is just some of his films we've been too young to be able to go see. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I know a few of my friends, that was our first Tarantino film in a theater. And seeing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, not only the stars, but the music that they play in it, like even the big fight scene, You Keep Me Hanging On, which is a cover by the Supremes. It works, and it's brilliant.
I completely agree.
There's also, in Jackie Brown, the opening credits, it's basically the same as the scene in The Graduate with Hello Darkness, My Old Friend.
Yep.
One of the most iconic songs in a film
I agree.
Ever.
I agree, for sure.
And that one long shot of the main character in the opening credits, in Jackie Brown's case, Across 110th Street by Bobby Womack is playing, and it's used throughout the film, and it's so good. I'm not as well versed on music as I am with film, which is actually a quote by my friend Sammy, but now that I'm going through it, I can see, yeah, same with me.
Yeah, no, but that's, I mean, first of all, you're doing a very good job, I would say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, of course, but that's just kind of the fun of it though, because I mean, like obviously I am into music, that's my thing, but everyone kind of perceives music and or like cinema in their own kind of way, their own lens. So it's cool to get, like we both can write about the same exact movie, but come to like two different conclusions or points of view. And that's what diversity is. And that's the best. That's the shit. It's cool to see like, conflicting opinions. So it's not about, if you're like good at it or if you notice it, because obviously you like movies or you like films. So you aren't completely, I guess, deaf to the idea or the fact of music. It's not just, it's everything but that, because that's, like we said here so many times, a good soundtrack can make or break a film. So
So another director, I mean, it feels weird to pass Tarantino so fast, but we do have a lot to cover. Oh, so one last thing about Tarantino is that he often has his characters in the film singing along or listening to the music themselves. One of the examples we can use from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Margot singing along to the Raiders. I have it in my mind how she says it in the film. It was a song that was used in the trailer. I can't believe I didn't write that down. But the main one is Girl, You'll Be a Woman by Urge Overkill in Pulp Fiction, which is just minutes after the big scene that we just mentioned, You Never Can Tell, Chuck Berry. Minutes after, and it's another beautiful moment with music and film.
Usually, you don't have two kind of like, I guess I'll say bangers in a row.
Yes.
And it worked well, because it can not work. And then you're like, why did they just, like, it seems almost like overkill. But, I agree. It was done very well.
I wonder if Tarantino has ever put a song in a movie and then said, no, this doesn't work. And he finds another song.
I can see that. I can see that for sure. I can see it also being like some last minute thing where they're just like, oh, okay, that's a new song. All right, let's go with that. It's probably always the better choice.
Oh, yeah. The end results are always incredible.
Yeah.
I think every Tarantino film has a great music moment in one of his films. So he just keeps making hits.
Yeah.
Whether it be the film as a whole or in more minuscule scenes where it's just a music matched with a scene. So I think he's probably the king of crafting music moments in a film at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would let you know if I disagreed, so absolutely.
Another person who I just briefly want to mention, because she only has 2 films, but Emerald Fennell. She directed Promising Young Woman and Saltburn. And in both of these films, there is a very popular music moment, and with Saltburn coming out more recently, everyone's been talking about Murder on the Dance Floor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the film, but it's used in the very end.
So I've had a lot of it spoiled for me. I have not seen it yet, but I was the only one out of my friend group who didn't see it. I want to say a couple months ago, and they were just going off on a movie debrief, and I was just kind of like, and I was like just catching the group chat at the wrong moments, and was like, oh, that was probably like the entirety of the movie just explained to me like on an iMessage group chat. But no, but I'll definitely check it out by myself. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, that soundtrack is insane in a good way.
Well, I'm not sure. I have to think back to how many actual songs are used in the film, but it's really just this one music moment. And same with Promising Young Woman. There's a scene where Carey Mulligan and her love interest in the film, have this spontaneous moment listening to Stars Are Blind by Paris Hilton. And that became a big deal after the film came out. So people love that one as well. And I see her, in her films to come, she might become someone we will talk about more with her music moments in film, because 2 have already, I guess, gone viral or just been so popular. She's using music in a similar way, so we should look out for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, there's only 2 films. So, I mean, and with how well Saltburn's done, like, everyone's still talking about it. And it came out, like last summer? Like, honestly, like, it's been months. It's been a good while.
It came out on Amazon Prime at the end of the year. December, but it came out in some theaters in the fall.
Okay.
But after it went on Amazon Prime, that's when it really became popular.
Yeah, I agree.
I won't go into my whole how I feel about the streaming versus theater.
Gosh.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, I know you have some, you know what, not even hot takes. They're good points. Like,
yes, they are. Thank you.
the streaming services, it's getting out of hand. I mean, it's been out of hand. They're not even slick with it either. We see you. Like, just go back to your roots. Get a thing of popcorn. Oh, gosh. Okay, now I'm angry. All right, we have to go on.
All right, so the next director I wanted to talk about, which influenced Tarantino and is also contemporaries with Tarantino, is, I never get to talk about him. This is the first time I get to talk about him on a podcast. Wong Kar-wai. Oh, he is my fourth favorite director.
Really?
He was recently bumped after I watched 2 more Ingmar Bergman films. Bergman's another one I could talk about all day, but Wong Kar-wai, he uses music in a similar way. So, I had recommended you Chungking Express.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did, and I did, but
oh my God.
Don't get so excited because I know you're going to hate me for this.
Oh no.
No, it's not. Okay. Maybe you should go first, or unless you want me to.
Okay. I'm
it's not like
proceeding with caution.
It's not like no. Like, it's not like really bad. It's just I'm not gonna say disappointed because that's not the feeling I was feeling, but it kind of gave me like A24 vibes, and you know how I don't really love A24 very much, and it wasn't the director, because to be fair, this is the only film I've ever seen by this director. So like, that's why I'm saying, forewarning, I'm not educated enough to make such a, I guess, a strong opinion. It's only been one film. So the thing is, I enjoyed it, and I have a really good understanding as to why people like it, and like how it's kind of like glorifying like loneliness or like the ugly side of romance. And like, I get that. Maybe I'm just bitter right now.
Well, that's only the first story. The second story is more rom-com.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is, I had to maybe look at it or like watch it, but maybe because I was with, like my brothers here in the house. So it wasn't it's a movie I probably need to watch more than twice, honestly.
Yes, because some people, and I was too, I was confused the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I was mainly confused, and I don't really appreciate like having to Google a movie after I watch it, but that's not a dig at all to like the film, because I just also am just a slow learner, we'll say that. But yeah, no, it's definitely not a dig at all at like, Wong Kar-wai, because that's the only film I've ever seen. And I did see it obviously on a deadline, and I wasn't, I should have been more focused and stuff, but I definitely need to give it another try for sure, because I understand like the cinematography is gorgeous. Like, I like how it's put together. It's really pretty. It's a very pretty movie, but I feel like the plot was kind of almost like in the backseat of the film, and they kind of were focused on like feelings and like kind of what people would focus. Like, I feel like it was maybe swapped, if that makes any sense. Like, the plot was maybe the second in the passenger seat, it was in the driver's seat, was like how you should feel about a movie, if that makes any sense. But
interesting.
Which is not a bad thing at all. It's just, I am used to watching movies that are like, plot forward. So
yes, I mean, it is a foreign film, so it does somewhat get, you got to get used to it a little bit when you don't watch too many. I know I did, but this, I've seen it like 10, 15 times. I love this film so much.
Yeah, I have to watch it again. It's definitely one of those. It's like, oh gosh, you need love this one. What is it? Why can't I think of words today? Inception. Oh my gosh. Like, you have to watch that one about 3 or 4 times to be like, all right. But you love it the first time. Oof, we can talk about that one all day long.
Oh, we got to be careful going down that rabbit hole, because I could go on.
I know.
But I mean, even that film, they use, it's classical, but it's still the song by, oh my God, the song that they use for the kicks.
Yeah. God, hold on. I hate that we didn't write this down. What an iconic scene. Oh my God.
Well, they used it a few times, and it's used as a kick. It's not used in the way Tarantino's using it, or most directors use music in a film. It's used with a different kind of purpose.
Yeah. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Let me see. I'm trying to look up.
It's by a French singer that the actress who played Moll, Marion Cotillard, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, she played in a film and earned an Oscar for.
Wow.
Edith something. But, oh my gosh.
Anyway, yeah, we will go down that rabbit hole. But again, that's a movie that is, I feel like, kind of more like dialogue based, you know? So it's like when they did add the music, you're like, shit's going down. It's very, very cinematic. God, what a good movie. What a good movie.
Oh, you're just making me want to watch it.
I know. I know. I'm looking at like the cover of the movie right now, and I'm like, damn, maybe we can do that tonight.
Oh man.
Okay, we got off track.
Wong Kar-wai. I hope you do get to watch it again because it's so good. And it is confusing. I will admit to that. Yes, it is confusing on the first try. But I wanted you to, because I knew you would like the music in the film.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I kind of got a little off track there. Just when I get confused by movies, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. So I kind of was like focused on, the plot, and that, like I said before, that movie is more of like how you feel about the film, like forward. So, But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to give it another shot and focus more on the music because, I mean, it was done really well. Like I said, like it's gorgeous. Like it's very aesthetically pleasing. I want to say, like just like the way it looks. But yeah, no, it's definitely not a one try for me. We'll go back at it again.
Yes, it's definitely worth watching many times. I watched it again yesterday to prepare for this. And the music, they use California Dreamin' many times throughout the film. So many times it's repeated. It's used to introduce the second story, where we get this iconic entrance of Tony Leung as Cop 663. I believe that's his cop number. And he's meeting Faye for the first time. And she's already fallen for him. And time is played with in a way that, the scene cuts a few times, yet the song is starting at different points. But that somehow, again, it works despite it being cut and use different parts of the song, and it flows so well. You don't know how much time has passed. It's used many times in the film, and the cover of Dreams, that the actress who plays Faye Wong, who was like the biggest pop star at the time, she covered this song by the Cranberries called Dream Person. So it is in, I don't know the language that they speak in, but it's in that language, a cover of Dreams, and it's that instrumental. And that is used at the very end of the film. And in this one montage moment where Faye is going through the cop's apartment and cleaning and everything.
Yeah.
So I loved, he uses music in a similar way to Tarantino where it just works and it's fantastic. Another film he does this with is Happy Together. And one of the same main characters from Chungking Express is in Happy Together, Tony Leung. He's one of the biggest stars of China in cinema ever. Like he's a big deal. And at the very end, Happy Together is used as a cover. I couldn't find this scene when I was searching for it yesterday, but I know it was used in more of a sadder moment earlier in the film. And the original version of the song was used. So I wanted to highlight Wong Kar-wai because he was fantastic with how he uses music.
Yeah, I definitely have to check out more of the films because, like I said, that's the only one I saw. But doing the research, I saw somewhere that another movie that he has, I'm not going to be able to think of the name right now, but it's kind of like, they said it was almost kind of like the forbidden sequel.
Oh, Fallen Angels.
Yes.
That was supposed to be the third story in Chungking Express, but it became too long, so he made it 2 separate films.
Interesting. Very interesting.
That's another one like Chungking Express. It's tough on a first watch, but if you watch it a few more times, you get it. Another just excellent film.
Well, hey, I definitely have to check out more then, because I hate to, give an opinion off of one film for sure.
But I'm very happy you watched it. Not everyone watches my foreign film recommendations, so thank you for watching that.
I mean, that one you've told me to watch a couple times, so I'm like, it must be good. It's an experience, not just like a viewing, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. Now, another director that uses music in a very different way is Baz Luhrmann. So, in our Leonardo DiCaprio episode, which is in the vault of all the film things episodes, another long episode. We did 2 parts on it.
Oh my God, that's right.
I was surprised to learn that you aren't so crazy about Baz Luhrmann's unique use of contemporary music in films set decades, or in Romeo and Juliet's case, centuries earlier. So why are you more critical of his music and film type style?
You know, I wish I had like a reason that made sense. It's a personal opinion, honestly, but I just think that movies should always have a time period accurate soundtrack, but there can be instrumental exceptions. For example, the show Bridgerton on Netflix. Every one of the, instrumental songs is a cover of like something by Adele or something, but it is strictly on like a cello and violin, like string quartet or something like that. That's, I guess, one of the first shows or movies that I watched where I could appreciate it, because most of the time it makes me cringe. I really don't know. But like The Great Gatsby, Young and Beautiful we can slide with that one.
Yeah, that was
that one was done.
That was one of the most iconic music and film moments in the past. It's over a decade now, which is so weird to think about.
That's crazy.
But in the 2010s, that is one of the most iconic, greatest music moments in a film.
That's one where I feel like it would work also. Like I said, there are exceptions. It's just, the movie that really just grinded my gears was just the Elvis movie, because they're playing, Doja Cat whenever it's supposed to be like 1954 or something like that. And I don't know, it just, if it's done correctly, it works. For me, I just thought it was doing the most. They just wanted to like reach, young people. I really don't know what kind of point it was trying to prove, but not my favorite thing in the world. And I don't want to be like, I don't want to speak ill on it, because, obviously they are directors and with blockbuster movies, and I'm just someone sitting on my couch. So I don't want to like, go too in.
Well, everyone has their own preferences. And I remember when The Great Gatsby came out, people were critical of it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he had done this in Romeo and Juliet. Like,
that's true.
The choir is singing. We don't hear Prince's song When Doves Cry, but we hear the choir singing When Doves Cry.
Yeah. And, that's again, like, if you catch it, like if I hear a song or there's even music playing, that's the first thing I'm like, the first thing I'm focusing on. So I'm going to notice it right away and then pass judgment on it. I feel like quicker than some people who just, like, oh, they're just singing a song. And it's like, no, that's literally When Doves Cry. Like, you can tell by the first couple notes. But, it's just, I have just like the musical ear, I guess, for that. So it's easier for me to pick up on. And then I'm like, now I'm distracted because I'm like, why would they do that? But anyway, personal opinion for sure. Movies, though, incredible movies. Like, I love the Elvis movie. I love The Great Gatsby. It's just a certain song would come on. I'd be like, oh, no way. Like, you're doing so well.
How did you feel about, so Jay-Z helped produce the film, The Great Gatsby, and I definitely know he had something to do with the soundtrack. We hear Who Gonna Stop Me in this party scene with Tobey Maguire's character and Joel Edgerton and Isla Fisher. Mm-hmm. We hear that in this New York apartment, and it's set the 20s. This is like the Flappers, the 20s, the
Roaring 20s?
Yes, the Roaring 20s. Thank you. Yeah. The Roaring 20s pre the Depression.
Yes.
With these beautiful outfits and parties held by Gatsby. And, I do like the use of like Jay-Z in this movie, and Who Gonna Stop Me is used, and then $100 bills is used when they go to visit this underground club with all the people with high positions in New York. And I like it. I'm happy you brought up the Lana Del Rey moment, because that is a beautiful, beautiful moment.
I think it's also, she just kind of sings in this style that kind of is almost like transatlantic. Like, it's the most fitting song. Hearing Jay-Z, I literally was like, what the hell is this? Like, honestly. But like, again, if it's now modernized, like, I don't know, I don't want to give this example, but like the new Mean Girls movie, it's like how it's pretty much Mean Girls, but now they just have phones and stuff. Like, it's like kind of the same plot, but it's, modernized. Like, then I can see how they would be playing music that is like today's music. But like the movie was still set in the 20s. It just was, a remake. So I was like, what? We don't need to put Jay-Z. And then why is Doja Cat singing a song?
Yeah, that kind of throws me off.
Out of everybody, like out of everyone?
I haven't seen Elvis, but
I would love to get your take on that. I would love to get your take on that.
I mean, I know they used a Britney song. There was like a remix made between Britney and Elvis, which was interesting. I don't know if it's in the film, but it's on the soundtrack. I don't remember it
being in the film, but also at the same time, I was talking most of the film.
Oh, man.
Not in theaters, though. Not in theaters.
Right. Of course, yes. I was going to say, if it's in theaters,
no,
concerning. Which another thing, which is a minor tangent, but I just want to say it. How have we never gone to see a movie together?
That's insane. Whenever I think about it, I want to say that we have. And then I'm like, wait, no, I guess that was just a dream. We've talked about it so much that we just never did it. Like, that's so stupid.
I don't get it. That's so weird. So now, I have some picks.
Okay.
Let's see. I have a lot of films on here, but one that I recommended you. I don't know if you saw it, but I recommended Another Round.
Oh, yeah, no, I did. Is that one you sent to me like yesterday or the night?
Yeah, yesterday, like late.
I did not get to see that one, but I have all the streaming sites, so.
Yes, it is. Oh my God. It's a film from Denmark. Mads Mikkelsen is in it. And it is about 4 teachers. They do this experiment on, if you have a little bit to drink during the day, then you'll have a better performance as a teacher. So they kind of maintain a certain drinking level, and, it keeps going more and more. I won't spoil what happens, but at the end, it brings you so much happiness. Like, every time I watch the film, or even just watching the clip, this last scene, it is so infectious, and you can't help but be happy yourself when you watch it.
I love that.
It's a beautiful moment. The dancing is a next level by Mads.
What a good feeling that is.
Watch the film and you will feel it. Like, I guarantee you, you will feel it. I truly think you'd like that one. I've thought about this for years. I don't know if I've mentioned this one to you before, but I've always thought you'd like that film.
Oh, I'm definitely going to check it out now. Especially if it's any type of like low-key, like happy connotation. I'm like, let's go. I'll watch it first.
And there's nothing like that finale. Truly, like, amazing.
I'm excited. Looking forward.
Another one is the opening to Apocalypse Now, where they used The End by The Doors.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen Apocalypse Now, but
if I have, it was not recent. It's definitely not been recently.
Okay.
Or not through and through anyway, like from beginning to end. So I'll definitely have to watch that one through and through.
Well, this opening, it's this beautiful montage and dissolves of, we see Martin Sheen, but we also see war. Like, the first image is this. I don't know if the film won the Oscar for Best Sound, but it should have, because you see this helicopter, plane, whatever, fly right by, and you hear it so well. And then that sound is matched with this fan that Martin Sheen is looking at. We see that dissolves, and it's a trippy film. It's a war film, but it's trippy.
Interesting.
And this opening was just so beautiful, and really it helps you get into the mindset of the film you're about to watch very well.
Yeah, I definitely checked that one out, because looking at the soundtrack now, it looks important,
Yes. It's one of the first Vietnam War films made. They weren't allowed to make Vietnam War films until like the end of the decade. So 3 films came out of that. That was Coming Home with Jane Fonda and The Deer Hunter.
Wow. So they were quick with it.
Oh yeah, they came out pretty fast with it, which is very interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, they just couldn't wait to, tell the story. I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm. And I have a film I can mention, but I can't go on that tangent right now. So another one, I think you may have seen this one. I'm not sure. Atomic Blonde.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Really?
Who's it with?
Charlize Theron.
Oh, it's from 2017? No, yes. I have not seen this one. No. But
oh my gosh.
I wanted to see it.
You would like it because of the music.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is going on my list, because how can I forget about this movie? Because I remember we talked about it when it was coming out, because we were like, because we love Charlize. We love her.
Amazing. One of the greatest of our time, yes.
She's incredible. But no, I remember I was talking about it, and I never saw it. I don't even know what it's on.
I don't think it's streaming right now. I have the DVD. I saw it twice in theaters. I loved this, but you would like it.
I'm adding it to my list.
It's an action film. Yes, please do. It's set in Germany in the 80s before the Berlin Wall fell.
Wow.
And all the music is 80s. So there is this iconic fight scene where Charlize Theron is fighting to Father Figure by George Michael.
Wow. We love George Michael, first of all.
Oh, one of my first favorite artists, I guess, because some of my earliest memories were George Michael songs with music.
He's incredible.
Mm-hmm. So for that scene, to use a George Michael song, that was just so good. And that one of all of them, it's not like this upbeat, it's not like Faith or Freedom 90. It's more relaxed and like more ballad-like, I guess. But
yeah,
it's paired brilliantly with this fight scene. So I just had to mention that one. That is, you got to watch that one.
Great mention for sure. Because, I mean, based in, you said what, in Germany in the 80s, I'm already there. Mm-hmm. So I'm there.
Yeah. I'm trying to be patient for the sequel. I have been waiting and waiting.
Do you get a kill confirm that it's going to be happening, or is it just kind of like an idea right now?
Well, it's been on her IMDb for years now. It's been, I guess, announced. I don't know what stage they're in now, but I am waiting for Atomic Blonde 2.
Let's go.
Charlize Theron she can do it all. She can act in a drama brilliantly. She can be an action hero. Like, she can do everything.
She's an icon. And she's pretty.
She is.
And she's stunning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything. She's amazing.
She's the package.
Another one, this is one of the most iconic music film moments. Fight Club, the ending.
Oh, yeah.
Where Is My Mind?
That's a great soundtrack as well. Wow. Can't believe I didn't write that one down. But yeah, Where Is My Mind? Jeez. What an emotional song, first of all. And then just to be paired, like, as, the movie is coming to an end, Chef's Kiss.
And it's this dystopian, you've met me at a very strange time in my life. And that shot is iconic. We see the buildings falling in front of him. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what you're watching.
Yeah. You have to just sit back and just take it all in.
Uh-huh. Oh, I gotta rewatch that film.
Yeah, me too.
Another one, there's this French film called The Untouchables. I believe it won Best Foreign Film at the Oscars. I think it came out 2011.
Really?
It's one of the most beautiful films ever. It's another infectiously happy, you can't help but feel happy watching it, heartwarming. And there's this scene where the caretaker, this young guy, he's caring for this older man in a wheelchair. And there's this big event party, and then this song, Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind, and Fire, and The Emotions comes on.
Yes.
And he has this brilliant dance moment, and it's so good. It's one of those that you see on Instagram that show up like amazing dance moments in films.
Really? I believe it. Yeah, that one definitely I haven't seen, but I mean, it's a French film, an infectiously heartwarming French film. I'm there. I'm there.
Oh yeah, French cinema is brilliant. I mean, I'm used to. I guess I watch a little bit more new wave stuff like 1960, starting with Breathless. But there's some really great French films, and Belle de Jour. Oh, I've been trying to do a Belle de Jour episode, but I think it got changed to something else. I've been analyzing that film like crazy. But speaking of iconic dance moments in films, we cannot go without mentioning Joaquin Phoenix in Joker.
Oh, wow, you're right. Wow.
That
snaps all around.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Joaquin Phoenix, we don't give Joaquin enough credit. I mean, yes, he's a brilliant actor, one of my favorites, but he does not get enough credit as being a phenomenal dancer. Not just in Joker, he dances in Her, he dances in the film he did with Charlize. Oh no, don't tell me I'm blanking on this now.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
The Yards.
Yes, okay, but that one was like the one that kind of sealed the deal. Like in Joker was like, people still are like sending memes and like making jokes and like having it be like their Halloween costumes and things like it was iconic. It was iconic.
Yes. Those stairs became this monument. Like people would go to it and the people who lived around that area were like, stop coming here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, like, people were trying to like recopy the viral moment and they're like,
yes,
it's probably gonna be like a paid tourist attraction soon.
It should be. I mean, gosh, that's where Joaquin Phoenix danced.
That was crazy. What a gorgeous scene.
The colors in that film, the symmetry, his dancing, just gosh, he deserved that Best Actor, and I can't wait to see his dancing in this new one coming out in October.
Oh my gosh. now people notice. So there's a bar now that has to be met.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be surpassed. We believe it.
He can do it. He dances just, oh, I love his dancing. We don't talk about that enough as a society. He is a great dancer.
Hear, hear. I agree.
Another great music and film moment that involves dancing is one that does not get talked about enough, but it came out a few years ago. The film is called The Lost Daughter, and it's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, her directorial debut, and Olivia Colman kind of finds herself in this, party, like, dance floor, and Living on a Prayer comes on. And she just loses herself in this song, and the way it's shot with just these close-ups of her, and how she's just, like, eyes closed, like, having the best time.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful moment.
I have never seen this one either.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, but hearing it's one of your favorites, and it's like, from 2021, I'm like, wow, because usually you and I like movies slightly before this. So,
oh no, it's not one of my favorite films. It's one of my more underrated music film moments that I don't think gets enough appreciation.
Gotcha. But still, it's an interesting take, which I like. I like that.
Another one, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget this one?
I know.
That's a great soundtrack.
David Bowie.
Yes.
Emma Watson standing on the back of a truck, and she has her arms out like a bird. They're driving through this tunnel, and then Logan Lerman's character says he feels infinite. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
That's movie magic right there.
Another amazing Emma Watson music moment in the film.
Yes, she really can do it. She really can make like this scene just drive it home,
What an icon. We all love Emma Watson.
Yes, we do.
You cannot hate Emma Watson ever. She's Hermione.
If you do that, yeah, period. That's it.
Another one, which, oh my gosh, Helena, I know I've told you to watch this one, and I hope you do at some point. Reality Bites.
Yeah, have not seen this one either.
Oh my gosh. This is 1994, Winona Ryder, Ethan Hawke, and this one, you're going to love the soundtrack for this, but there are two moments in particular. Well, actually three. The opening credits, which use the same song that Joaquin dances to in Joker.
No way.
Rock and Roll, Part 2. That's used in the opening credits of Reality Bites. And it's so cool because it's this, like, video camera footage of them, and it's just so cool and vintage looking and just so 90s.
Wow.
And so that's one. And another one is another gas station spontaneous dance party. My Sharona by the Knack.
Oh my gosh, what a banger.
That comes on, and they all start dancing, the four of them, except for Ethan Hawke. But my favorite music moment in this film is this montage towards the end where they use All I Want Is You by U2. And they had just had this blown up argument. I don't want to spoil anything, but they're missing each other, but they're like, should I reach out? Should I not? It's just that awkward phase. And
yeah, we're unsure.
Yes, and they want each other, but I don't know if it's fear. It's one of my go-to films, yet I haven't watched it in a while. I need the DVD.
Yeah, I definitely. But Reality Bites, and then looking at it now, directed by Ben Stiller. That's incredible. That's great.
I don't know if that was his first directorial film, but
yeah, I have never seen that before. But hey,
you would like it. I know for a fact you would like that one.
Another one on my list. It's going on the list.
If you have Peacock, I know it's on there.
Oh, I'm sure that I do.
Let's see. So I know you have a few more on your list. Is there any that you would like to share further? Any more you would like to add?
Let's see. Honestly, I guess we'll just say a last honorable mention will be Burlesque. Strictly just because Cher and Christina Aguilera just absolutely kill it. And then finding out that it's them, like the entire soundtrack is just them. Obviously, with help, but it's like they're the stars in the show, in the movie, and in, the soundtrack, which is just, I feel like that's very rare to see. And if you do see it, it's hardly ever done correctly. So I think that definitely it's an honorable mention. Not one of my favorites. It was definitely kind of like one of the last ones I added onto the list, but just for overall like soundtrack and like, yeah, I get chills watching it for sure, just because the way they sound. It's just great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that since probably a decade now.
Gosh, I saw it recently, which is why I think I added it on my list, because it's, it's easily forgotten, unfortunately. But
yes.
Yeah, and I recently saw it. It was on cable TV whenever I was, seeing cable TV, and I was like, my God, it's burlesque. And then Chicago played right after. So I was like, okay, they're having a moment. They're having a moment. So, but Chicago too. But then again, I kind of like didn't really want to put in musicals or like Disney films and stuff, because that's kind of, we could be here for 3.5 business days. So
yes. And don't forget about 1 to 2 days of processing.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I could have talked about, Grease and The Wizard of Oz and, movies like that. But like, I'm not going to add like West Side Story or like any Disney movie or anything like that, because we get the point,
Oh, when they're singing moments.
Yes. Yeah. Where
yes.
Like, most of the movie is them singing. It's like, yeah, I could add in every single Disney princess movie, but I won't,
Yeah, I did think about that, but I know that it's very niche that we're talking about today.
Exactly.
With music and film. I mean, that's another conversation, but I know off the top of my head, and I have never recovered from this, Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You singing Can't Take My Eyes Off You.
Oh my gosh, what a moment.
Oh, Heath. Oh, I love Heath. And I mean, gosh, we could go on that topic too, which would be an interesting topic.
That would be like just kind of like, I guess, not necessarily a cappella, but like in show, like we could even go as far as like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, like whenever he sings, on the parade float, like that's an.
You lost me.
Oh yeah, I said 80s and she was like, and good night.
No, that's the film that people get mad at me. That's the one I refer to, but people get so mad. Like Taylor gets so mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but it's so 80s. Like it's in the prime of the 80s. Your favorite?
Oh yeah. I like European 80s films, like by Wim Wenders. Like Wings of Desire is one of the most beautiful films, if not the most beautiful film I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a different, like, I mean, definitely depending on like what region of the world you're from, you're going to produce different kind of art. But it's cool to even see like in the 80s, there was a general vibe, but it's seeing it being done in like different fonts is cool, because like US 80s films were just like literal cheese ball,
Cheddar cheese. We've talked about this.
Yeah,
cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese. So, which is like, I guess that's kind of almost like the lore of them too, is that they are cheddar cheese, and they're like, there's going to be some cheesy like piano at the end, like dun 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 dun, and everyone's like hugging and kissing.
Yes, the happy ending.
Yeah,
because that always happens.
Yeah,
in the 80s,
exactly. She always gets the guy always gets the girl. The bully always gets, thrown in a puddle of mud or something. Like, we can predict it, but sometimes they're just so cheeseball that, hey, I like cheese, so. But I totally get what you mean about. I get it. I completely get the criticism for sure.
70s films don't do that. All I'm saying, they end it the way it's meant to end.
Yeah.
There's so many other iconic ones. I'll just briefly mention some of the most iconic ones before my last final question. In Wayne's World, Bohemian Rhapsody, which kind of repopularized the song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Risky Business. I mean, that scene is iconic. And another one, even though it hurts, but it's two of my favorite actors, American Psycho, It's Hip to Be Square.
Yep, that's a good choice too.
It's become iconic for everyone. For me, that's a hard film to watch, and it's even harder knowing that one of my favorite actors is on the tail end of Bale's Wrath.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But those are some of the most iconic ones.
It's like, and that's a story for another day.
Oh, yes, it is. So my big concluding question to you, might be hard too. Basically, set up your dream music that makes a scene moment. Choose your song, choose your actor, director.
Okay, let's see about this. Oh gosh. If I had to choose, so if I were making, okay, who's the director? What's the song? Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
I can't do this because I am not as musically inclined as you are.
Damn, see, I want to put a song that most people would know, but ooh, okay. Hmm. This is my mind. It's so weird where my mind's going today. Gosh, I'm trying to think of the actors that would be. I mean, I don't want to be basic, but I will be because he's all I'm thinking of.
Leonardo?
Yes.
Well, when you said he's all I'm thinking of, I'm like, well, that's obviously Leonardo.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll do.
I mean, he's had some great music moments thanks to Scorsese, who, gosh, we haven't even talked about Scorsese.
Yeah,
he crafts beautiful
you're so right.
moments, but it's also score as well. Score and music soundtrack used. I probably didn't add him to the list just because I'm so focused on Killers of the Flower Moon lately, and that was just all score. But you did mention Goodfellas, which I'm happy you did. Because...
Yes, I have to. Let me try to think. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm almost there. I guess we'll do, God, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I'm having a blank.
What is she in?
She's in A Beautiful Life.
Jennifer Connelly?
Yes!
I love Jennifer Connelly.
I love her too. She's perfect.
She's another underrated actress.
She's brilliant. I agree. Okay. I guess I have mine. But like it's kind of like okay. So we're gonna say it is 1990s. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Connelly.
Oh my God.
In a film directed by James Cameron. And it's not completely like Sanctum, but it's like they're lost at sea, but it's also not Titanic. It's more of like,
Well, now I'm thinking of Blood Diamond.
Damn.
No, not that one. The Beach.
Yeah.
Blood Diamond. Jennifer Connelly and Leonardo were in Blood Diamond together.
Oh my God. So, okay, they're either having to separate or getting together for some dramatic moment where maybe Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe it's made in the 90s, but based in pirate times. And
interesting.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a pirate and Jennifer Connelly is like a fair maiden or whatever. And he has to go away for some sort of war or battle. And James Cameron is making the moment movie magic by playing the song Rosemary by the Deftones or the song called Bleed by Padrone, which is literally an artist I found on Spotify that had like 200 like followers or something. And I'm obsessed with the song, and he's just like some kid. I'm obsessed with the song. So yeah, we'll say Rosemary by the Deftones or Bleed by Padrone for sure. That's my movie, my pirate movie.
I don't know the songs, but I can see it. Like 90s Leonardo and Jennifer Connelly. I mean,
yeah, what a pairing.
I mean, Blood Diamond was 2006.
Yeah, that was a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, but that would be so cool. And James Cameron.
Oh my God, we love him.
We love him for directing Titanic.
Yes, we do. And I mean, he did a lot of like Avatar as well. That one was good too. He's great. Yeah. He's great.
Oh man, this was so fun.
This was amazing.
Thank you so much for joining me, Helena. I always love having you on.
Of course, it's my pleasure. We don't do it enough. You know, we've been busy though. You've been busy. I know a lot of people are lining up to be on your podcast because
I know. I can't believe
it's a hot commodity these days. It's so much fun. I mean, look at us. We went over our time like we always do. We do it every time.
But I'm literally watching the clock and I'm like, oh my God, we have it. It's still just time flies. It's amazing.
Every single time. But you know what? Weather's getting warmer. I'll be migrating over to your your neck of the woods soon. So yeah, I mean, just
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll do a beach day and talk shit about movies and stuff.
I know a great dumpling place by one of the beaches.
Let's go.
I'm in a dumpling phase, pot sticker phase right now.
Are you? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm about it. I'm with it. I will join you there.
And again, your SoundCloud is at Just Helena. Everyone can listen to your mixes and other music that you make. And do you also put your playlists of music that you like on there too?
Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of playlists on there too that is for listening. But yeah, I got some new mixes in the works, some new shows in the works. So I'm really excited about that. And then hopefully some original music. I will not put a date on that, but it will be it will be this year. So we'll say that.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, no, well, look at us. Paul Rudd, look at us.
Right when you said that, I got the image of Paul Rudd in my head. That's how ingrained that meme is.
I say it all the time. Look at us. But yeah, no, thank you for having me on. It's so much fun every time. And I'm glad we just get to laugh and hopefully make other people laugh. And hopefully don't get canceled for our hot takes about 80s movies and, Chungking Express. But
hopefully the film community doesn't go after you for Chungking Express.
No, it's okay. I only watched it one time. Give me a chance, please.
Yes. She'll watch it again.
Yeah.
She might catch on to it. Again, it's better a second time. When you watch a foreign film, you're already at a disadvantage. So
sure.
When you rewatch it, I'm hopeful that you will enjoy it much more. So
yeah. Thank you.
And with this episode, this is actually your 7th episode.
That's crazy.
And you are tied for second most frequent guest.
Oh my gosh. So. Let's go. That's amazing. You know what? Well, hey, it's just the beginning of the year pretty much. So we got,
yes.
And we have already so many, like you said, so many ideas in the vault. So,
oh yes.
And episodes in the vault. So expect those soon.
Yeah. Well, depending on the audio quality, some of those might come out, but
we might have those
newer episodes with better quality.
Yeah. We'll just redo them. We might have new opinions. We might be, we might rewatch a few movies but yeah, God willing, with the iPhone 7 quality from last time. Sheesh. Sheesh.
You went on with that too long.
Too long. It's so good. It's so good to have anything without a home button on it anymore. Oh God.
Is there a film recommendation, a line from a film, really anything that you would like to conclude our episode with today?
Let's see. Oh gosh. I want to say the line that I always say, but I feel like I've probably said it maybe twice already.
Is it your line of the year? Or was that, no, that's not your line anymore. The year's changed.
What line of the year?
You had this line that you went by. We're all adults here.
Oh, yes. We're all adults here.
That was your line of 2023.
Oh my God, you're so correct.
What's your 2024 line?
2024 line is going to be, I know that's right. We'll say that. I know that's right. I've been saying that a lot recently. Just like, I know that's right. Literally any situation.
Classic.
Yeah, you gotta sound like a dad reading a newspaper when you say it. Oh my God. But thank you so much again for having me on. It's always a blast.
I love having you on. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you all for listening. And Helena, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful episode.
I love this. I'm so excited.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Special thanks to Helena Amador, Caitlin Fitzpatrick, Max McBride, Daniel Carbonell C. Fontis, and Sammy L. Kamel. This episode was recorded on March 14th, 2024.